I want to go back to 2 points you've made earlier before we got into Ryan Holiday and Stoicism. You talked about how you'll get bored if you go out and just take a break for a couple of years. And then we also talked about how, you know, as you get richer, you get to a stage where it's much harder to get that kick. You know, what can you do? You know, go have nice expensive wine, travel to a new country. It gets very boring. So I can relate to that. So is that, in your opinion, is that what really drives you? Is that you're always looking for something more? It's never enough? And then the question, something that concerns me, because I'm in that camp, so it's probably something I'm going to benefit from this question, is like, I'm always looking for more. But then when you get to a certain level, it gets concerning what more is. And you can go down a path of, pretty ugly path. You know, some rich people do some crazy shit. You seem to be in a similar position where you're always looking for more. What happens next? Become president?
Yeah, well, that's it. But that built the modern world. Always looking for more is what built the world.
It does. It's good for the world. But what about you?
Yeah, well, that's the masculine imperative. I mean, it's like saying, well, what happens when you have two arms? It's just life. You just have two arms. Most people just have two arms. Most men are just born with a drive which is insatiable. That's why explorers decided to walk across Antarctica and freeze to death, because that hadn't been done before. It doesn't even make logical sense. There's nothing there. It's ice. But they still did it. It's the masculine imperative. It's why we build taller and taller buildings. It's why Elon's going to put rockets in space. You're always going to constantly want more. What you're going to eventually have to do is do what I've done, or the only conclusion I found is that instead of trying to live life myself, you're going to live vicariously through others. So most men already do this. Most men get more enjoyment from giving than receiving. I talk about Christmas Day all the time, but it's the perfect example. A man gets happy by buying his wife and his kids expensive things. Nobody gets him expensive presents on Christmas Day. Men give. That's what you're supposed to do. You live vicariously through others. So my money is boring to me now because I have so much of it. But I can put a smile on my woman's face by taking her on a jet to Italy and getting in a Ferrari and go to a beautiful hotel and giving her a nice gift. So I live vicariously through her, which I think a lot of men end up doing. But if you're going to live vicariously through other people, then why not have 50 sons?
Yeah.